Hey everybody, this channel on YouTube is all about testing, specifically the physics, chemistry, and microbiology of homes. But in this case, today I want to talk about a very simple test, it's called a measurement. It's a synonym, but the measuring tape gives you a measurement. That's technically a test for your construction. So sometimes I am an idiot, and we can all feel free to say that. You don't know everything, it's good to learn things, and sometimes I tend to overthink. I tend to test more than I need. When you are placing deck piers for the deck that's going to go back on the back side of this house, you can see the two doors, boom, boom, that are going to walk out onto this deck. You might have something like a set of structural engineering plans that looks like this. And this is very nice on paper, but how do I make this real life? And where do I dig my holes? Pretty simple. So what we're going to be putting down there is 9 2-foot by 2-foot wide and long piers that are then 12 inches deep. We're using what's called plain concrete, meaning it does not have rebar in it. It's just like a big rock, basically. And so using just your measuring tape and some string, you can do something that is not pretty, but it works, and it's just the minimum of what you need to do. And sometimes when we're talking about like performance code and controlling the air quality of your home, controlling the comfort and stuff like that, just meeting the minimum is probably not what you want to do, but in this case, absolutely don't waste your time on more than this. So you can see we've got all these strings. The first thing you will notice is these strings are really ugly. They are not level. That is okay, because what we want to do is make sure that this rebar that's driven into the ground, just the string follows the line that is perfect for that plane. Right? So yes, this happens to be exactly in line. It doesn't matter that it goes down from there to down here. It just matters that it's in that plane. Likewise over here, when I placed this, you can see the wall down there, and now you can't. Now you can, and now you can't. So now we know that this is in the right place, and I've got that one point. Now all I have to do is take something as ugly, for example, as a file. You could use a plumb bob if you wanted to use the right tool, but like a file that's hung by a string, and you make sure that it notches right into that without putting pressure on the wires, and then you drop your dot right there. Now this is not exactly right because that's the outside corner. What I wanted to do is move it 2 inches this way and move it 2 inches this way. And that you can see now is the square that I've drawn on the ground that I'm gonna actually dig. Now, that one outside corner is an easy enough thing, but all these inside ones, that was where I started having a problem, and I started overthinking it. My dad cleared it up for me. So all you have to do, you can see that we've got, I measured from that corner to there based on the structural engineer's measurements, drilled a hole, put a string. Okay, that string is coming out, and I measured from there where those two intersect over, and that's where they should cross. Now, to double check yourself, super important, you take your measuring tape and you make sure that that dot to that dot is the same different distance as that dot to that dot. You are making little squares on the ground, and you just want to pull the square by measuring. Measuring does not matter what that measurement is, as long as they're the same. So I hope that this is informative for you. It was informative for me. Just I tend to not keep things simple, and so it's against my nature, but I think that in this case it's really beautiful to find something that's like I don't need a lot of tools for. That's nice for a change. So please do comment if you have other ways to do this that are really simple and fast. Like and subscribe. Tune in next time.